She calls St. Simon Island, Georgia, her home, with her husband Luke with us today, and her daughters Lily and Emma. Please join me in welcoming Camden, Hock.
Raise your hand if you come to yoga tomorrow. I need to see all the hands to move all the tables away. Well, we had a great time this morning, so thank you guys that came. And you know, if you were here last year at Leadership School, you remember how I sort of broke the ice, not only for me, but maybe for some of you guys that felt like you needed to stretch a little bit. We're going to do that again. You guys remember the lion's breath? Remember, I'm the one that looks the silliest up here, but I get to look at all of you, but at least you're all in a big group doing it. So it looks like this, okay? You're going to breathe in, and when you exhale, you're going to exhale out of your mouth, and you're going to reach your tongue down to your chin, and you're going to look up like you're looking up to the inside of your skull, okay? We're going to do it 3 times. We're going to make noise when you do it, okay? It really releases the jaw, lets go of any tension, and it helps me get a little bit more comfortable up here, too. All right? You ready? Inhale. Inhale. Last time. Inhale. Thank you. Does that feel better? Yeah. You got to remember that one. You can put that into your notebook and use that. So, here we are, another year. Speaking last year and coming here and being asked again, I feel very honored, and I am so grateful for what I've learned in the last year, and I'm so grateful to be able to share it with you. I'll tell you this, I've not always been so comfortable speaking in front of people, and you know, it's been a very uncomfortable place for me. I started out in pre-law at LSU when I was in college 20-something years ago, and I thought, you know, if I'm going to litigate, I'm going to have to learn how to speak in front of people because that's kind of essential. So I enrolled in a speech class, and there were 6 people in there. And we had our first speech coming up, and I was, my dad is an attorney, so he helped me kind of prepare. I had slides, and, you know, I had everything I needed to sort of give my case, to try my case. I threw up 6 times before I got to the class. There were only 6 people there. Now, it's been 20 years. So since then, I've learned how to teach aerobics, get in front of people, you know, just started teaching yoga and speaking in front of people. And it was something that I said, if I'm going to create what I want, I've got to commit to this, right? And it's going to make me uncomfortable, right? Have you guys ever done anything that's been uncomfortable? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. So that was kind of how it began, and that has been quite an evolution. So last year, let's skip to last year, I thought, this is my business. I said that at the end of my speech last year. And I felt a little uncomfortable even saying that because I'm a terrible business person. I'm really bad, or I was very bad at finances, keeping records, and I thought, how do I do a business? How do I balance my checkbook? How do I start to save money for retirement? How do I do this? How do I do this Orenda business? Luckily, guess what? It's all there for you. The to-do list is there for you. All it takes is the commitment, the vision, the leadership, and taking that time to actually be uncomfortable, putting yourself out there, because you're not going to grow and live without being uncomfortable. There's no way to escape that. No way at all. So, luckily, you don't have to do it all at once. You create a vision and a dream. You figure out your focus, right? And last year when Tom Barrett spoke, and he wrote the book Dare to Dream, Work to Win, and you're going to hear him again tomorrow. He's amazing. He's charismatic. He's all over the stage. He's hopping around. He's lots of fun. And he has amazing tidbits, nuggets for you that are going to help you move along in your business. But in that speech, I remember him saying, you need binoculars to keep your vision in sight, your dream in sight. But you need a magnifying glass to focus on what you have to do right now to be able to get to that place of your vision. And that really stayed with me. So doing my to-do list, getting everything all set, being consistent in my daily, my weekly, my monthly schedule, but still I had that vision. And so my next thing was to work on my why. That was a huge, I have two things that were really huge in my lessons that I learned for last year. My why. Why are you doing this? What is your vision? What is your dream? Your why. And I don't know if you figured that out, or if you have, that's something that you can work on, but your why. And so one of the things that really settled that for me was I started working in coaching sessions with George. And George said, what's your vision and what are you willing to give to accomplish that? That's your next thing. What are you willing to give to accomplish your vision? So he said, write an affirmation and write it in the present tense as if it's already happening, that it's happened. And you want to feel it, you want to see it, you want to believe it, you want to taste it, you want to smell it, you want it to be really tangible so that it becomes a part of your heart and it becomes a part of who you are. And so I did that. I painted my vision, I gave it the color and the texture and brought it to life. And as I was doing that, you know what I realized was before this time and before I had started on the products and really gotten healthy, I saw life in black and white. I saw life linear. After being on the products, I saw life in color, and it was so exciting. I was able to see the smiles of my children, and I was able to feel my husband's touch again. My body began to wake up, and I thought, I do have a dream, and I do have a vision. And so I created that vision. I wrote that affirmation down. And I'd love to share it with you. And I've been saying this, to myself every morning, every night, with my eyes closed, in the bathroom, wherever, all the time. It's a part of me. And so, this is it. I'm thrilled to be making $15,000 a month as we approach the close of 2011. I'm so excited to have reached executive director this year by helping 5 strong, passionate, positive, and peaceful leaders in my organization reach the director level. I share the Orenda products with everyone and enjoy presenting the Orenda business opportunity to those who express interest. I'm a compassionate, courageous, and humble leader, attracting and inspiring a group of passionate, focused, self-aware, and heartfelt leaders. I'm organized in my finances. And I love the financial freedom my Orenda business has created for our family. I enjoy giving to animal and children's charities. I'm excited to travel to Tuscany, some of you have heard this, and the summer of 2012 with Luke and Lily and Emma. To sit outside of our villa, looking out on a beautiful blue sky, seeing the green pastures, sitting at a long, rustic wooden table with our close friends and family. Enjoying a meal of linguine pasta with roasted tomatoes and yummy, fragrant basil, olive oil, garlic, crusty Italian bread, and holding a glass of Chianti. You can raise your glass with me now.
I like that.
A toast to our Orenda business and the freedom that we've created in our lives to play, share, and create an incredible life for ourselves, our organization, the Orenda Company, and to be able to give back to others. We are participating in a life of people, connecting with people and lifting each other to our highest potential. We are blessed to be a part of a powerful movement of change in the world. Cheers. So, that is what I repeat to myself. Not bad. Your vision, you will make that your own. You will bring that why into play when you go into those uncomfortable places. When you walk into an office and you go to approach them about the Orenda business and you might get the door slammed in your face. It is possible, right? Tawny shared a story with me before and that happened to her. But then she walked into the next and guess what? Didn't they buy a manager pack? Affiliate? One or the other. So, you just keep plugging along. Keep plugging along. I think it's trusting the system that's in place for you. It's trusting your leaders. If I didn't have Randy Strelo telling me every day, you are an amazing person, this is going to be so great for you, keep following the system, keep following the system. On the months that I didn't sign up a partner, and yes, I've had a month like that, I didn't even sign anybody up. After signing people up for 3 months and like gangbusters, and then having a month like that, I thought, oh my gosh, and Randy said, it happens. It happens. Keep being consistent with what you're doing. Trust, so ask the people in your upline, when you're having those moments, oh, I'm just not sure what I'm doing, I'm not sure. Trust them, ask them, and follow what they say. Be really teachable about that. So, I think cold calling was one of those moments for me. Randy came to do a meeting, he and George were in town, and he said, why don't we just tie in a little bit of cold calling? I thought, oh gosh, okay, I've been avoiding it. But we went, and Randy was so great, he's so amazing, so knowledgeable, so respectable, so personable, and everyone was so gracious to him as we walked into the different salons giving information, and finally it was my turn, and I thought, I can do this. A little bit nervous, butterflies in my stomach, and I went in, and they couldn't have been nicer. They said, call and let's set up an appointment. Now, what was so scary about that? Nothing. I could totally do that, and you can too. All of those things that maybe seem so scary. We don't grow unless we put ourselves out there. Do something every day that scares you. You don't have to bungee jump. I mean, it could be that, but it could be little things too. I just kept remembering, for things to get better, I have to get better, and for things to change, I have to change. That relates to each of you, each one of you. The next thing that made a huge difference for me was commitment. Last year, that was something that changed for me, that really came close